Welcome to Effect Custom Uncensored. Today we're repairing a dent on this door. Previous video we took the door panel and the door handle out. We took this piece off, rubber out around the window to get it ready for paint. We have the dents right here. I'm going to use my hand to feel where the dent is, and I'm going to mark them with a soapstone. Alright, so we have a dent right here. One right here. It also comes all the way down to here. You can feel like that, and you feel come to here, and there's a crease right there. This right here is in a little bit. What we're going to use today is a welds a metal stud on there. First thing we'll do is we're going to grind the spots. So we're going to work on the body line first. Got to grind it down to the metal so the metal rod will weld to it. Have tape here to keep you off of that. We are painting this door, but we do not want to hit it. Right there on that body line is where I'm grinding. And right here, the body line right there going across, and there's a low spot there and low spot there. Gotta look for low spots. I may have to grind some more later after I start pulling on it to see what it needs to do. This thing welds the metal stud on it. Put it in this hole right here, and we'll start with this one. That body line's right there, it's low, so we'll put a stud right in the middle, try to pull it out, and we'll pull it out. This should come up, and we'll have to hit around the edge and get the high. There's a high spot right above this, and when this goes down, this goes out. Make kind of a little crater like that. Sometimes a little stud will pop right off, but sometimes it doesn't. You need some wire clippers right there to get it off. And this thing has a little rolling thing right here. You slide over this and it grips it. Push it forward to get it to undo. Slide it in like this. Pull it back, and then it gets tight, and then you just slide the like that. You kind of feel what that body line did. If it needs to come out a little more, still got a roll right there. So I'm gonna put pressure on it right here, pull back, and I'll hit this little high spot right here. Do the same thing on the bottom. Pretty good right there, actually. Okay, so gotta twist it and push forward. This thing will let go. Push that forward and slide it off. Take that off like that. Do not run your hand over it before you put the grind on it. That piece that you just clipped off will cut you. Okay, that right there feels pretty good. Maybe a little low spot right there still. What we'll do, we'll put a little stud right there in the middle. Body line feels pretty good. This thing right here will get hot too. Be careful putting them in there. Put that right in the center of the low spot. And probably won't need to snatch on this one. What we'll do on this one is put pressure on it and hit it with a hammer. But it should come out. Yeah. Then we'll hit that same high spot right here. See what that looks like. Slide that off. Okay, much better. So that body line comes straight across, and you'll feel a little bit with this paint. You can generally, it's pretty close right there. You don't want to put a whole lot of Bondo on this. We're like 1/8 of an inch or less. You know, a lot of folks, they just throw that Bondo on there and rock and roll. First step, you got to fix the metal first, then you put Bondo on. That's what we're doing, fixing the metal. It's got to be as close as it can be. So we're going to come over here to this one. Same thing, we'll start at the body line. And right here, it's got a little crease right there, and it's come down right here too. So we're gonna start right here. It's got a little low spot right there. We're gonna come up right here. We might have to grind some more down there because, like I said, there's a crease right here. It'll have to, this has just got to come out. First thing we'll start off is right here. You can look at it and you can see it if it comes out. I hit it easy to begin with. Don't just hit it as hard as you can because it'll make that spot you just welded to higher than the rest of it. Then you got a high spot. And when you put your Bondo on, you have to not tap. You have to tap it in. Okay, so the body line right there was fairly good. So that didn't take a whole lot to do that. Got a pretty low spot right here. And this right here is low. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start right. Just trying to feel where would be the best spot to get this out. We can got a low spot right there. I'm gonna pull that right there out to begin with. See what this does. You feel it right there is the lowest spot. That's where you'll put your turret at. We hold that about 2 or 3 seconds. Let it get good and red, and it'll be welded on there then. Okay, so that popped out pretty good there. We'll leave it like that. And this right here will be hot too, so you gotta be careful right there. Okay, so we still got low spot. So I'm gonna got a low spot right there. So I'm gonna go to here. That's the lowest spot. I'm gonna start there and pull that out, and then we'll work our way toward the outside. It's the way I find it easiest to do. Start with the body lines, and you just really have to feel to which one's the next one to go to try to get it your next crease or whatever it is out. And I think this part right here has to be out before I can hook to here and get this crease out. Letting that come out a little bit. We're gonna let that ride like that. Okay. Pretty good. All right, we still got this right here. Okay, I can still feel that this whole area right here is still low. What I'm gonna try to do is find the best spot to make it pop out. We're gonna come right here, I think right above this crease, and see if it'll, right along in here, I think will be the best way to do it. And we'll knock down on the creases we pull out right here by it. I'm gonna knock this paint out of the way. The crease is right there. I went on and ground off a little more because it may take more than one. I have to do it a little at a time from different spots. I'm gonna start off right here at the sharpest point. The sharpest is right there. We'll probably put one here, 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 here. See what it does. Okay, let's pull on it a little bit and see what it does. I said you may have to reposition these depending on what it looks like. It came out a little bit. I really like it needed to, so I'm gonna leave that one right there. Put another one up here. Oh, that stuff will come out good then. Okay, I like that. Still got a little bit of a lip there. That one right there come out a little bit, so let's see what it'll do doing this one again. It didn't really do a whole lot, so we're gonna still got that crease right there, so we're gonna put another one right here. That one right there feels pretty good, but I'm gonna pull on it again in a minute. Didn't move a whole lot. Knock that ridge down a little bit. Back up this top one. Put a little pressure on it. Knock that ridge down a little bit. I'm just hitting with the tip of my hammer right on that ridge. That feels a lot better like that. Still a little spot right there, so I need to put another one. That popped out pretty good. Okay, so I'll move up to the next one, do that again. Okay, here we go. Okay, that right there feels a lot better. Twist that sometimes and helps it to go in so you take it off. I'm gonna cut my rods off and well, I can put my hand on it and see what it feels like. can only use these one time. Can't re-weld them on there. Okay, it feels pretty good right there. Still a little crease right there. Alright, so I'm gonna grind right there. Put me a mark. I don't know where. It's still low right there, so we may end up putting something right there too to help pull out. It's still low in the middle. Start off with this one down here first, then we'll put one in the middle. Came out pretty good. Tap the ridge down. That's pretty good. So we'll twist it right here. Take this off. Still a little low right there. That's the center of the crater, as I call it. We'll put it right there and look at that. See that. You can watch that. Come close and get a video of this coming out. See, it's in, and watch when I pull on it. Didn't really come out like it did the first time, but anyway, it came out, and that right there is where it needs to go. It goes straight across like it's supposed to. And what I'll do is I'm gonna put some pressure on it. And I'm just gonna tap it around it just to be sure that the metal is tight. You don't want it to go back in. Take that off and see what it feels like now. And you may have to do this a bunch of times. I'm not sure if it's right yet. I won't know till I put my hands on it. I did see it come out, so that's good. I did know it moved. That looks like there's a dent right here too. Just a little low spot. So what we'll do is we'll grind that off and put one in there. Woo, better watch out, I like to got myself right there. Feels pretty good right there. Let me hit this one spot right here. Get this boy. Everything's done with your hands and fillers. You got to keep that sharp stuff off of it. Got a band-aid on your hand, you can't hardly feel what you need to. Put this right in the center of the low spot. You may have to just put pressure, may have to pull it one time, let it hit one time, not sure. Every one of them is different. Oh, see that come out? Put a little pressure on it. We'll hit it with a hammer a little bit. Tighten it up, make sure it stays where it's at. Okay, you twist it to get it off. Okay. This off. Put our hands on it again. And it's still gonna feel a little weird because of the paint being there. Well, after this step right here, we'll grind all the paint off, that much of it. Then we'll put the Bondo on it and block it. I still feel like there may be a little low spot right there. Hard to tell. At least close enough though. So that right there is how you use the metal rod. Dent pulling, and not really a whole lot to it. But that right there, the metal's fairly close. It's not exactly right, but it's fairly close, within 1/8 of an inch or better. We'll be able to grind that down and get all the paint off and put Bondo on it. Subscribe, like, share. We definitely want your comments. You know, some folks say you can put paint over Bondo over paint. I don't do that. I'd like your input on that. Thank you. Have a good day.